Morning, brothers and sisters. How y'all doing? I just want to say thank you for all your comments and just everything in the last video, you guys. I haven't had an opportunity to respond to anything. I just got home here and going back to work. Got to spend some much needed time out in the bush with the family. I saw some wild things, you guys, in the sky. I saw what was a shooting star or meteors or whatever they're going to explain it was. It doesn't matter. I can only explain what I saw. But these meteors had like smoke tails on them. I've never seen anything like it. It blew my mind. And it was one of those moments where you're like, I wish I could have shared it with you guys and showed it. But my daughter said something truly amazing. My wife tried to take a picture of the moon. It was like this red. It wasn't even like orange because we've got fires going on everywhere right now. But the moon was red. And so my wife tried to take a picture of it and it just didn't do it justice. And she made that comment. And my daughter said, how amazing is that God gave us these two eyes and that this picture that we see through our eyes is just a million times better than anything we could capture on a camera. And she was just amazed at the fact that that's the purpose of it. We've all got that relative or that friend that's constantly taking photos, just wants to capture everything. In any of the social media accounts that you may be on, that's what you just see, relentless photos of just things that they're doing, the food that they're eating, the places that they're going, their kids, they're this, they're that. All the while in their minds thinking that they're saving all these moments, capturing these moments, but the joke is actually on them because they're not living in the moment, you guys. We're so worried about capturing the moment so we can enjoy it later. How about enjoying the one that you're in right now? That's it. That's the devil's joke right there, making you think that you've got one more breath. Meanwhile, we're not guaranteed anything, you guys. Nothing. I had a good time away. I'm plugged from the phone again, you guys, and I encourage you, please, unplug, go for a walk, get outside. These things are the poison. They truly are. We've got an election coming up, and that's all we're going to see here in Canada is just going to be bombarded with one guy hating on the other guy, not talking about what he's going to do or how it's going to go, because we know now with these eyes of discernment, it's not about that. It's the illusion of control. It's the illusion of freedom. We think we have a democracy. We think we have this amazing system put into place so that we may be able to choose, but it's all a lie, brothers and sisters. It's set in place so you think you have a choice of who you're putting in power, but that person has already been handpicked to be put in power to push the next part of the agenda forward. So much so that you hear of voter fraud. And I know people are rolling their eyes on this and that, Trump and that. No. It doesn't have any. It's two wings of the same bird. We all know that. We don't even have to get into that. But the bottom line is, it's so sophisticated at this point that they've got their technology in place so that the outcome is guaranteed before the first person even casts their vote. And how would you ever know? Are you in a room counting all the votes with everybody else? I've worked elections in the past, you guys, and I know that what you do is you count everything and you call and you send a number away, and what happens with that number, you don't know. But in your mind, you feel that you've done your civic duty, you've done your part, and we've got trustworthy, honest people on the other end taking those numbers and calculating. It is laughable, you guys. It's laughable. And if you think about all these dynasties and all of these generations of evil just rebranding and rebranding themselves, they've got wiser in how they run things as well. And at first, you could tell back in the day, it was all about, I'm going to use force and power to make you do what I want you to do. But then as the population started getting larger and stronger and wiser, they realized, okay, well, we can't go about it that way anymore. The perfect example of this, brothers and sisters, is the Taliban. The Taliban. How convenient that they've reared their ugly heads again. and just miraculously walked into Afghanistan and just took it over without any kind of fight. And if you look at it, there is this veil of political garbage that's running in the background that has to do with the United States, your home, you guys, about how one pulled out and this. And again, it's about tearing and opening new wounds constantly so that you're fighting against each other. And it's about the next cycle that's coming up, and they're setting it up so that it falls and is exactly the way that they want it to be, not you, they. Let them have the world, you guys. Let them have it. Keep your masks on, go to your football games, put your poison in your body, do what you got to do so that you can have that sense of, or the illusion of control that you don't have at all. Now you've got the Taliban rebranding themselves as we're a peaceful country. We believe in women's rights. This is an excerpt from their first video, news video. They're driving around in bumper cars with machine guns and talking about we're gonna, honor women's rights and, we forgive our enemies. What happened to this, ugly, bad, terrible group that were before? Well, they've come to realize, we can't come at it this time around. They are trying to use the same tactics, brothers and sisters. Wise as serpents because they are, harmless as doves. So all of this is a giant smoke screen, nothing to pay attention to, merely an example of what time that we're in. That's all. And like our enemy, the devil, will just continue to nothing new under the sun, just keep regurgitating, because it works. And so when you use the same cycle of things over and over and over, what's the saying? You say a lie enough times, it becomes the truth. That's the plan, you guys. What's good is evil and what's evil is good. And what's the way of doing that? Well, you just keep hammering it into their heads over and over and over again. And as long as you've given the devil authority, and that is to watch that black box, to hand over your time other from God, to giving it to these things so that the enemy is allowed to enter into your life, then you've given him spiritual authority over your temple to do what he wants. You open that door an inch, you've given him a mile, and he will come in and make mess of your house every time. And our Father's going to let him do it because he wants you to learn. Stop letting him in. Stop giving him authority to do what he wants to your life. It's amazing, you guys, if you stop for a second and just look at all of the opportunity that's out there, especially when it comes to this fleshly existence, this world that we live in, their system, there's so many opportunities to fall down. But how easy is it, you guys? We have one opportunity to make sure that it's done right. It's so simple and so beautiful. It's Jesus Christ. Put your faith in him, you guys, and he will take care of the rest. The devil tries to make the world complicated, and our loving Savior just wants to make it as easy as he can. And it's as easy as you having a smile on your face, trusting in him, loving him, knowing that he'll take care of it all. They're starting to crack down at our work here. I feel this. It's eventually coming to where you got to take this or you can't work. I know it's coming, but I can feel it. I feel it in the works. You can see it in just a little bit of conversation that's happening, and so be it. So be it, you guys. Again, you don't have to have this big elaborate plan. Leave that for our Father to work out all those beautiful details. Just know that it's coming and be prepared in your spirit. It's coming. Be prepared. And know that you won't be left behind. To not have faith is to think that he's going to take you along this far and go, you're on your own. What are you going to do now? And that's not how it's going to work, you guys. Every day that passes, it's a stronger voice, stronger relationship, stronger bond that you have with our Creator. leading you to this moment, culminating to this point of where it's going to just, we're getting there, you guys. One more day closer to seeing each other. So either way, I'm here at work. I love you all dearly. I pray that you all stay blessed. Keep smiling, you guys. Keep smiling. Keep loving, keep smiling, and keep developing that relationship with Jesus. Talk to him all day long. Because when he's on your mind and you're speaking with him all day long, there's no other room for anything else. So take care, you guys. And Father willing, I'll do another one tomorrow. And like I said, thank you for all your comments and your support. I love you all dearly. And I will definitely get, as soon as I can get to all of them, I will. You know that. All right, guys. I love you. God bless.